Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon Brown, and this is an informative speech on the Susquehannock Indians. The earliest human lives to be acknowledged in any written record of the Susquehanna Valley are the Susquehannock Indians. The Susquehannocks identified themselves as a branch of the Andestes, which were a subdivision of the larger Algonquin family. When John Smith arrived in 1608, he described the Susquehannocks as wearing bear and wolf skins, carrying bows, arrows, and clubs. In their most typical form, the Susquehannocks were farmers who grew large crops of corn, beans, and squash along the fertile floodplains of the river. They also worked as gatherers and hunters, collecting wild food plants, seeds, nuts, insects, reptiles, mollusks, fish, birds, and mammals. The Susquehannocks established their towns along the branches of the Susquehanna because the waters facilitated travel and trade in the region and provided the Indians with the constant supply of water and fish. Tribes lived in fortified cities, which were composed of 60 to 80 foot long bark-covered houses, longhouses, and several families who were all related to one another via matrilineal lines of descent which lived in each long house. Like many Native Americans, the Susquehannock social organization was centered almost entirely about the female ancestry. Treaties between the Susquehannocks and the whites nearly always recorded nation or family affiliations via the mother's ancestors. During the 16th century, and carrying forward into the years of colonization, the Susquehannocks were the most numerous people in the Susquehanna Valley. In fact, it is estimated that their population exceeded 6,000 in the 1640s. However, as their northern neighbors, the New York Iroquois, gained power and prestige, the Susquehannocks experienced pressure to migrate southward until eventually, in 1675, when devastated with disease and devoid of European allies, they became annihilated by the Iroquois. A small portion of the survivors fled to a reservation on the Conestoga Creek in present-day Lancaster area, but the majority were absorbed into the Iroquoian people. The Iroquois Confederacy established Shamokin in 1724, and by 1763, the Andestes were extinct. Information on this tribe is very limited and in small amounts, and even very few images could be found. But this is to inform others of the peaceful tribe. Many thanks.